Good morning, students. I'm back with the chapter Separation of Substances. In the previous session, let's have a quick recap. In the previous session, I explained you what is mixture and what are the reasons for separating substances from a mixture. In introduction session, I explained you about straining tea, ginning and churning. Straining tea is a very common example and everybody is aware of it. That is separating tea leaves from the prepared tea. That is called straining. Ginning means separating cotton from cotton seeds and churning means separating butter from buttermilk. Today's topics are methods of separation. There are different methods of separation. Today we will pick up hand picking and threshing. Now, when we talk about a mixture is a material that is made up of two or more different substances. Like here, this is mixture of balls of different color. Here, it's a mixture of wool balls and that too of different colors. Mixture is a material made up of two or more different substances. In mixture, the substances retain or maintain their identity and form a mixture. For example, if I mix the grains of wheat and rice, both will retain their identity. They will not change their form. If I mix sugar with pebbles or small stones, though they will mix physically, they will not lose their individual property. Sugar will remain sugar and pebble will remain pebble. In mixing substances this way, there is no chemical reaction taking place and hence there will be no change in the characteristics or properties of the substance. And there is no new substance formed. Okay. And I told you what are the reasons for separating substances. The reason to separate substances from a mixture is either we don't want certain things, like when we remove small stones from the rice or wheat, we don't want stones in a cooked rice or chapati or dal or pulses, isn't it? We will never like to have stone when we are eating our food. Or we do separation because we want pure things. We want pure things like extraction of salt from the seawater. Methods of separation. Different substances in a mixture possess different properties like size, hardness, density, solubility, texture and weight. That is, when the mixture is there of two different things, they possess different properties. Their size could be different, their hardness could be different, their density could be different, solubility, texture and weight also could be different. Here, what is different? The color is different. If I tell you to separate red balls from the black balls, it is very easy for you to pick up. Simply because of the size, you can simply pick up the balls from this mixture and separate in two groups, black balls and red balls. The same is the case here with wool balls. Here also, according to the color, you can segregate these balls into different color groups, right? These differences in their physical properties are used to separate them from a mixture. The properties that I have told you here, size, hardness, density, solubility, texture and weight are the properties based on which you can make separation. Separate different substances from a mixture. Depending on the type of mixture, different methods of separation are used. We cannot apply same method of separation in all the mixtures. Okay, so we have to decide what kind of separation method we have to follow. We have to choose so that our separation is successful, is done very well. Some common methods of separations are as follows. Now, on which basis are we going to decide which method we are going to opt for separating? Now here, if the mixture is either solid-solid mixture. Solid-solid mixture means mixture of solid substances like mixture of wheat and rice. Both are solid. Okay. Mixture of sugar and pebble. Both are solid again. Okay. So, if we have solid-solid mixture, we will take particular methods of separation. But at the same time, if the mixture is solid liquid mixture like salt solution, that is solid is sugar and the liquid is water. When I mix sugar into water, it makes a solution. Now you won't be able to find crystals of sugar in that solution. It has been dissolved in the water. So in this case, what will be the methods of separation that we will study? Now, if it is solid-solid mixture, there are 4 basic processes that we can adopt depending upon their size, texture and all, that which method you are going to apply for separating. If it is solid-solid mixture, we have hand picking. That is a very basic method of separation, threshing, winnowing and sieving. At the same time, if it is a solid liquid mixture, the different process, we have 5 basic processes here that we will be choosing depending upon what kind of mixture it is. It could be sedimentation and decantation. We can choose filtration or churning or centrifugation, evaporation, distillation. Depending upon the type of mixture, the way how we are going to separate, we must have an idea that if I adopt sedimentation and decantation, this is the best process for separating so and so mixture. We must decide that first. Hand picking. Hand picking is the basic method for separation of substances. Clear? This is the fundamental and basic process of separation of substances when it is solid-solid mixture. It involves simply picking up substances by hand. As you can see, this person is simply picking up the unwanted, the impurities, the stones or the insects with the help of her hands. The substance being separated may be impurities that has to be thrown away. It could be impurities that we don't need, like in the case of separating substance from wheat. We don't want stones in it. We don't want insects in it. We don't want husk or chaff in it. Okay, so such things could be separated with hand. Or it may be that both the substances being separated are useful. Okay, here in the case of cleaning the wheat, we don't want stones or insects. So we just separate it and throw it out because they are not required in this substance. But in other case, it could be that both the substances that you are separating are important, are required. So we will segregate it in different containers. For example, if you separate green grapes from black one, from the mixture of the two. If I give you a basket full of grapes and the color of the two grapes are different. Green grapes are there, black grapes are there. Okay, so I want you to separate green grapes from the black grapes. So, if you are separating green grapes from the black grapes, you are not going to throw the green grapes, right? Both the fruits, both the qualities, both the varieties of grapes are important for us. So, we will separate them into two different containers and they could be used accordingly. Let me give you an instance from our routine life. For example, if your mama is preparing dal for lunch. Okay, what she has to do first? She has to first clean that dal by hand picking. Here we are not using any machinery for cleaning the dal. She is simply picking up the unwanted things from the dal and throwing it away. Hand picking allows to separate the good grains from the impurities. What handpicking does? It allows us to separate good grains from the impurities, stones or insects. So that your mother has now, after cleaning, clean dal to cook for lunch. Here we can see what is the principle of handpicking. Handpicking is a method of separating visible substances which differ in size, shape or color from a mixture by hand. So when is handpicking possible? It is possible only when the thing that to be separated is visible, means big enough to be seen. They have different shape. They have different color. If the mixture is in such a way that the thing to be separated and the important substance both are of same color, size and all, it will be impossible for you to separate. Fine. So, basic principle is if you want to use hand picking, the thing to be separated should be a visible substance which should differ in size, shape or color from the mixture by hands. Clear? Hand picking is only possible when the mixture is a combination of two or more solids. In case of liquid or gas, hand picking is not the right option. So, hand picking is possible only when it is a mixture of two or more solids. In case of liquid mixture, it is not possible. In case of gas mixture, it's not possible. Okay. The example, substances can be picked up by hand and separated as they are present in small quantities. Again, if the quantity of the mixture from which we want to separate the impurities or unwanted substance is in small quantity, then only hand picking is recommended. If it is in tons, it won't be recommended. If it is in large quantity, huge quantity, it won't be recommended because it's a time consuming process. Example of hand picking. Separating stones from pulses, rice and wheat by picking them by hand. So what is the example? Simple example that we follow in our everyday life is separating stones from pulses, rice and wheat by picking them by hand. Okay. The next process of separation is threshing. What it is? Threshing. When the wheat is ready, one simple example, with this example I would like to explain what is threshing. When the wheat is ready for harvest in the fields, what the farmers do? The farmers harvest the wheat with stalk and dry them. When the field is ready to be harvested. The wheat field is ready to be harvested. For harvesting, what they do? They do not separate the wheat from the stalk in the initial stage. What they do? They cut the whole stalk along with the wheat. Okay, they cut the whole stalk like this. And what they do? They allow it to dry. Now they are green when they are green, they are wet. They expose it in the sunlight to be dried. Once it is dried, they tie the wheat stalks in bundles. What they do? They tie the wheat stalks in bundles like this. They make bundles of wheat stalk. Now, each grain of wheat is to be separated from the stalk. If you sit and separate, it's not a practical option for separation of wheat. Now, once it is dried up, it has to be separated. Wheat has to be separated from the stalk with which it is attached. This method of separating wheat from the stalk is called threshing. What is this called? Threshing. In threshing, what they are doing? This is basically the beating of dried stalks to shake off the dried grains. What is the process here? They make the bundles of the wheat stalk and they just hit it over some hard surface. With this hitting, the wheat that is dried and attached to the stalk gets separated from the stalk. Clear? What they are doing in threshing? They are threshing the bundle. They are beating the bundle of wheat onto some hard surface, and with this the wheat will get separated from the stalk. This process could be done manually by hand or cattle or by using a machine called combine harvester. The process of threshing could be done either by hand, manually it could be done, or with the help of cattle it could be done, or with the help of a machine that is called combine harvester it could be done. Traditionally it was done by hand. Initially it was done by hand. But when you are doing it with hand, it is time consuming process and other work are blocked. But cattle made the work easier and faster. With the help of cattle, the process of threshing became easy and faster. Now we have combine harvester for threshing of large scale of wheat. Clear? So now this is clear. What is threshing? Threshing means beating of the stalk on some harder surface with which the wheat will get separated from the wheat stalk. What is the principle of threshing? Now this is a combine harvester which is used for quick work and when the work is done on large scale. Threshing is a method of separating harder substance from the softer substance by tossing or threshing. Now here two things are mentioned, harder substance and softer substance. When both are soft, it is not possible. When both are hard, again it is not possible. One has to be hard and the other substance to be separated has to be soft. Now what is a hard substance in case of wheat grains? The wheat grain is the harder substance and the stalk is the softer substance. So that when you are threshing, the harder substance is not damaged. If wheat grain is also soft, during the process of threshing, the wheat grain will also get damaged. So, in case of soft substance, threshing is not recommended. Now, let's see how threshing is basically done. Mixture of solid that differ in hardness. Threshing is done on the mixture of solid that differ in hardness. One has to be soft and other has to be solid, harder. Now, mixture is tossed or threshed. As shown in the picture, the bundle of the wheat stalk is tossed or threshed over some harder substance. When it is done, separation takes place. Softer substance separates. Softer substance, by threshing or tossing, it separates. Example, stalks and chaff. Harder substance separates here. The second separation is harder substance. Example, grains. So I hope you understand. In today's session, we had a quick recap of our previous session and altogether we have studied what is mixture, reasons of separating substances from a mixture, and in method of separation, we have done hand picking and threshing.